Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. Today's episode is highly requested from you guys, and it's talking about the Ibanez TS10, John Mayer's favorite little green overdrive pedal. I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks that I think will help get you guys closer to that Tube Screamer overdrive sound that we've all come to know and love over the years, and my advice on how to get your green pedal sounding a bit closer to that tone. All tones are going to be through my 2-Rock traditional clean and the TS10. Mine is a made in Japan one. The chip doesn't matter, guys.
It doesn't matter!
So let's talk about John's overdrive settings with the TS10. And over the years, you're going to see some pictures of his TS10 on your screen. All three knobs, drive, tone, and level, have sat within a range pretty much anywhere from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock has been fair game, depending on the tour and the rest of his rig. They've changed. And overdrive pedals are a lot trickier in terms of you can't really just copy his settings, plug that into the rest of your rig, and expect to get that exact tone. Everything else is going to have an impact on that overdrive sound. So what I recommend you guys do, and what I'm going to demonstrate with here, is set your Tube Screamer, or in my case here, we're really talking about the TS10. Set your TS10 with everything at 12 o'clock. And I know that sounds kind of dumb, but with everything at 12 o'clock, that's actually a very good starting point, and you can just dial everything up a little bit or back some stuff off depending on your ear and what you think sounds good and closer to the tone that we're trying to get. For most of you guys, I think it's going to be a little bit more, but kind of depends on your rig. So I'm going to use the Waiting on the World to Change solo as the prime example here, and it's because during the 2019 World Tour, it's one of the only solos that John only used the TS10. He didn't gain stack. And yes, that's a video that's coming up. So if you haven't subscribed or hit that notification bell, please do that to make sure you guys see that video right when it comes out. It's coming soon, not exactly sure when, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on to be notified when that video does come out. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is play the Waiting on the World to Change solo, Silver Sky into TS10 and 2-Rock. The first take is going to be just Silver Sky and 2-Rock to hopefully help give you guys an indication of the volume jump that you're kind of going for. Next is going to be with everything at 12 o'clock. Then after that, I'm going to go actually listen to it, and then I'm going to tweak my TS10 to get kind of closer to that tone I want, and then show you guys what that sounds like. Man, I love how this 2-Rock sounds. Without the TS10, it sounded pretty good, but obviously when you just added the TS10, even just with everything at 12 o'clock, it definitely was an improvement and closer to the tone we want, but it wasn't quite there yet. So now I'm going to mess around a little bit and adjust my settings to something I'm happier with. I'm just going to cut that out, and then I'm going to throw in the TS10 with my new settings. All right, I've messed around a little bit, and I've got some settings that I'm happier with. As I predicted, everything got bumped up a bit, but all to a bit of a different degree. The drive is now at 6 from 12 o'clock. The tone is almost at 1 from 0 or 12 o'clock, and the level has gone from 12 o'clock to 7 on the dial. You're seeing it on your screen. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, I just went back and listened to everything, and I'm a lot happier with how that sounds, and hopefully you guys get a good indication between the 3 takes. No TS10, just Silver Sky and 2-Rock, TS10 at 12 o'clock, TS10 with these new settings. Hopefully you guys got an indication of the direction you guys are kind of wanting to go for that overall lead sound. Now, again, as I've mentioned before, John's Tube Screamer settings have changed, especially with the TS10. And a lot of you guys liked in my 2-rock traditional clean kind of receival day video I did, the tone I got for Who Did You Think I Was? And the tone on that, I wasn't really trying to get bang on to any one performance, but kind of surprisingly, I was very happy with how it sounded, and a lot of you guys really liked that tone as well. The settings I'm going to show you guys for that specific clip I got, and I'm going to replay that clip for you guys as well. Basically, it was drive at 12 o'clock, backed off a little bit, and then tone and volume were both set at about 2 o'clock. So a little bit different, but again, surprisingly happy with how that sounded, and here it is. I know I've said this already today in the video, but as I've said, it's really hard to just see some settings with an overdrive pedal like on John's board and then transfer them over to your rig. It's going to give you a ballpark, but it's not going to be something you can just identically copy because there are so many other variables that affect your tone and how your overdrive sound is going to be. So between the Waiting on the World to Change demonstration, the 3 different clips, and then the Who Did You Think I Was tone that I got earlier, hopefully that gives you guys a bit of a ballpark and reference tone to aim for. Pretty much for the TS10 now, at least, the Who Did You Think I Was tone is something that I've been switching my TS10 and setting it back to when I'm trying to play some more trio stuff. If I'm doing more general kind of 2019, more John Mayer World Tour kind of stuff in the later years, the settings that you've seen for the Waiting on the World to Change that I've adjusted to, those are pretty much about what I go to, maybe some fluctuation, but pretty much around there, kind of everything past 12 o'clock, kind of around 1, maybe going up to 2 o'clock for like the level. But yeah, that's pretty much my recommendation for how you guys go about getting the Tube Screamer, the tone you guys are kind of trying to aim for, and Waiting on the World to Change is a great example. You guys aren't going to get that big lead tone with just the TS10. You guys do need to gain stack, and that video is coming, so stay tuned for that one. You guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Please, if you liked this video, if you learned something, give it a thumbs up. Please follow me on Instagram at Justin Guitarist. Link is also on my YouTube channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.